Raith TV, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Ginny, you're back in the squad. You've been away for international duty. Tell us how that was.
Yeah, it was a good experience. My first time being called up with the men's team, so lots of new faces, and it was good to see how the manager wants us to play as well. So I really enjoyed myself there.
How did it all come around? Like, was it a complete surprise, or have you always had one eye on representing Malaysia at national level?
No, that's always been my goal from the last 4 or 5 years, and then as soon as I got my passport and the documentation, that was a big goal that I wanted to achieve. And then leading up until the last international break, there was a monitoring app, and they also sent me a few things and spoke to me a little bit, but I didn't know until I found out on social media like everyone else. So
yeah. It was from the social media posts that
I found that I was actually going to get called up. Yeah.
Wow. And had you been in touch? Like, do you keep in regular contact with the people at the Malaysian FA, with the coaches or anything like that, or was it just a case of you didn't really know anyone, but you've just been keeping an eye on?
No, I'd spoke to the assistant manager the week before,
right?
And I kept an eye on the results, but the president of the FA and some people had changed, so yeah, it was good.
So in terms of from finding out that you've been called up to then getting on a plane and flying out, what was the sort of time frame like for that?
I think I found out on the Friday and I was flying on Sunday.
Really?
So I just packed my stuff and yeah.
So was that it would have been after the Partick Thistle game?
Yeah.
So as soon as the Partick Thistle game finished, you're just home, and then it was a flight out to Malaysia on Sunday?
Yeah, pretty much. And
getting there then, what was it? Was it all arranged when you arrived? And I mean, have you been to Malaysia before?
Yeah, I've been like 4 or 5 times.
Right, so you're familiar with getting there. But then, once you arrive, were there people from the FA there to look out for you? And what about meeting up? Did they encourage you to meet up with any other teammates or people that were going to be in the squad that were also travelling, or were you the only one coming from the UK?
I went with Fergundo. We just went. Like, I met him at the airport. I didn't know that he was going to be there, and then we just got a lift to the training ground, the hotel.
Really?
And, yeah.
And was it straight into training then? What was it? What's it like, the difference from day to day at Starks Park to suddenly within sort of a whirlwind 48 hours or whatever it is, you're jumping on a plane, you're in Malaysia, and you're now at international level. What was that like? What was the differences that you noticed?
Well, obviously international break, it's a lot different. There's a lot of staff there, the media spotlight and attention, and being in the hotel with all of the boys, so there's lots of things that were different, and not being with the team for that long a period of time. We had a lot of meetings in the day, and we were training in the evening as well, which was something new.
Was that because of the heat?
Yeah, just because of the heat, and we play in the evenings.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that we train at the time that we're going to play.
And were you one of the only people that was a sort of first international call-up, or were there other lads in there?
I think so. A few of the boys had just joined with the team in the last 2 or 3 camps, but nice. I think I was the only one that was my first camp.
And how quickly is it to try? Did you have to room with somebody, or were you given your own room, or did you have to integrate into the group pretty quickly?
Yeah, I was lucky. I got my own room,
right.
But getting to know a few of the lads I knew before from being with under 23s, and one person I used to play with in England.
Okay.
And then just getting to know all of the other boys.
Nice one. And then getting to the games, what was the build up like for that?
Good. I mean, just focused on obviously training, and we stayed in the hotel a lot, so I didn't really go out too much and just focus on the games. I
mean, for so many people who will be watching this and or listening to yourself speaking, it's a lifelong ambition for people just to wear the colours of their own club. Me, Raith Rovers, like many other people here, listen, but to be able to call up to international to represent your country must be a huge, proud moment for you.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the proudest moments of my life, and I was very happy for a long period of time, like maybe the whole week, and even after I made my debut, like the next week, I was still really happy.
Yeah, I bet. But then of course loads and loads of Raith Rovers fans were happy to see the video that we posted of you arriving back at Starks Park with your suitcase, because as great as that you're away representing your national side, it's great to have you back, and of course straight into what was a big game last Saturday against St Johnstone. What are your thoughts on that?
It was disappointing to lose. Coming on, I just want to keep making an impact, and hopefully I can start contributing with a few goals and assists. So there wasn't too much time, and the second goal killed us, but I thought it was a very close game. It was very even, and hopefully we can start coming out on top against them next time we play and moving up the table.
You featured quite a few times for the club coming off the bench, and people that have watched you, the South Stand, you know, you hear the noise when you do come off the bench. They like to see the style of play that you have and things, but how important is it you just keep plugging away, and when you get your opportunity to be in the starting lineup, you'll be taking it with two hands?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's all I can do. So I just have to get my head down and keep working, and yeah, hopefully the results will come.
And when you came up from down south, then you know you've been up here for probably 8 or 9 weeks now, so fully settled into Kirkcaldy life and life at Raith Rovers and full-time football.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been nice to be back in full-time football and be in a more professional environment. So I think it only helps my game, and hopefully I can kick on this season.
Do you get homesick?
No.
Nah, so you're just quite happy here. And how the lads been with you since you've settled in? The boys good, yeah?
The boys have been really good. It's a really good group. The energy and it's always a good vibe. I enjoy coming into training every single day, and I'm really enjoying myself here, seeing all the boys. So I've really enjoyed my experience so far. And
from the standard as well, you know, you getting a chance to go away to international duty and be around other international players, to then coming back, does that give you a personal lift when you come back to training and come back where it's like you've been up there, you've been at international level, which so many people would never have managed to get to in their whole careers, but you've been there, and when you do come back, does it give you a little bit more when you do come back to train at Raith Rovers?
Yeah, of course. I think there's boys there that one plays in the Liga, one plays in the Colombian First Division, so it's good to see how people play in different leagues and just get little bits of detail from them. Not that they really say anything to me, but when you just watch players and how they play, and you just learn different things from different people. So hopefully it's made me a better player, and you can see that when I come back and when I start playing a bit more regularly.
And looking ahead to tomorrow, big game against Airdrie away from home. We've seen this season our away record is actually holding up really, really nicely, but it's going to be a challenge like it is going to be against every team. How are we set up for tomorrow and how are we feeling?
Yeah, good. I think every game we go into we should want to win, and we feel like we can win, home or away, so it doesn't really matter. I think we're just all ready to go and play in the game and win.
And I mentioned them earlier on, you know, the noise that they make when you come on the pitch, that the fans do enjoy seeing your style of play and things like that. How important has it been for your own personal point of view to be welcomed into the football club by the supporters, and how important are they for not just yourself but for the rest of the team as well?
Yeah, of course, the fans are a big part, giving you that extra motivation to go that extra yard, and without the fans obviously we wouldn't have a job. So it's a great feeling to come out and play in front of the fans, and they travel in good numbers, make a lot of noise, and even seeing them around Kirkcaldy, it's always nice to see the fans. You picked up on the dialect, the accents yet? Are you managing to work out what folk are saying to you too much? A little bit. A few people I can't understand all the time, but 70% I think I can understand. Nice one. Well, all the very best, Chinny. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Cheers.